Hey guys, this is the quick speed test comparison of the Realme 6 with the Xiaomi Redmi Note 8 Pro. Both the phones are coming with the same chipset, that's the MediaTek Helio G90T with the Mali G76 MC4 GPU. So we thought rather than doing the regular comparison where most of the specs are the same except for some differences between the build quality, the battery capacity, the charging speeds, otherwise since the chipset is the same, how well is the RAM management done, how good is the response from the UI. We're going to do that check here with the boot up speed test and also the app loading speed and multitasking test along with the PUBG gameplay or the PUBG test to see which one drains more battery, which one heats up more, and what are the graphic settings possible on both the devices. So we'll start with this benchmark scores to first let you know what are the benchmark scores on both the phones. The left one is the Realme 6 and right is the Redmi Note 8 Pro, and here you can check out that both the phones are coming in the same variants that we have. So this is going to be a fair comparison where both have 8GB of RAM, 128GB storage. Now moving on to the boot up speed. Firstly, we check this out to see which phones actually boots up faster. In this case, it's clearly Redmi Note 8 Pro loading up faster or booting up faster. Again, after you get into the home screen, there's some time taken by both the phones to actually set everything up, but the first screen or the lock screen came up faster on the Redmi Note 8 Pro. Next, moving on to the PUBG mobile game loading speed. That's where the Realme 6 actually loaded the game a couple of seconds faster than the Redmi Note 8 Pro. Next, moving on to the Asphalt 8, it was almost the close battle with the same time taken by both the devices for the game to open. Next, this was the major test or the major one, that's the speed test or the multitasking test where we open a lot of applications starting with the benchmark apps, then some major games, some smaller games, everything, and then again we go back to some of the applications to show you how good the RAM management is. So this is the speed test that we did. And now the final results are here. It was a couple of seconds lesser on the Redmi Note 8 Pro, but that again was because the Super Mario Run actually took some more time on the Realme 6, which could again be because of the network, but we won't be giving you the final judgment based on that. It's almost a close battle, which was quite expected anyway. The RAM management is going to be the same on both the devices. Moving on to the major part or the best part of this, that's the PUBG gaming comparison. So with the graphic settings, both the phones have the same settings. So they have the smooth plus extreme option. They also have the HDR plus ultra, which is quite a great option available for this price range. So both the phones are similar that way, but we have played full games on these two phones, sometimes on the Realme 6, sometime on the Redmi Note 8 Pro in quick succession. And you can see here that we are actually playing the game live. The game is running live without the training room. It's actually the classic game that is being played. So during the start of the video or the starting of the comparison, it was 71% battery on the Realme 6 and 48% on the Redmi Note 8 Pro. And after about a full game, that was about 28 minutes of game, or 29 minutes rather, the temperatures in between went up to 45 degrees on the Realme 6, while it was 43.5 on the Redmi Note 8 Pro. So which means that the Redmi Note 8 Pro does not heat as much as the Realme 6, and that might be thanks to the vapor cooling or the liquid cooling that was used under the sachets of the Redmi Note 8 Pro. Towards the end of the video, or towards the end of this test, the battery drained down to 62% on the Realme 6, while it was 38% on the Redmi Note 8 Pro, which means the drain was a bit higher on the Redmi Note 8 Pro. Otherwise, with the heating that you see here, it's actually heated up more on the Realme 6. Towards the end as well, 45 degrees was the heating or the temperature on the Realme 6, while it was 43 on the Redmi Note 8 Pro. But to be frank, both the phones are quite good when we talk about gaming. Both had the same kind of frame rates. There were no lags on both the devices. They were doing quite well with the gaming. So I won't say one is a clear winner over the other. Sometimes, yeah, there are heating issues on the Realme 6, which is compared to the Redmi Note 8 Pro. But again, with the battery drain, you saw that the Realme 6 was a better battery device when compared to the Redmi Note 8 Pro. So that's it in the speed test comparison and the gaming comparison of the Realme 6 with the Redmi Note 8 Pro smartphones. I hope you like this video. If you do share and subscribe to Gizmo for some more. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.